with another video, a quick video, because I am taking my 30-minute break and then I will be heading out. So I wanted to do this video real quick because you got some problems and I need to clear them up. I'm gonna let a few of y'all get in here. Charles, Jazzy, what up? Um, Sup F7, what up R? Sup. So the reason for why I'm making this video is because I'm frustrated. Oh, thank you, Darren. I'm frustrated because all companies have their issues, right? And a lot of times they don't they don't take in consideration what those issues are. Like it's like they don't care. But Variant is different. And when I recruit drivers to come over to Variant, I'm doing it because I believe in this company, right? I believe that this is actually a good company. And I put my reputation and my name on the line when I recruit drivers. Most of the drivers that come over here come from my YouTube channel. So, and Variant understands that and they know that. So that they know that everything that happens at this company regarding me or the drivers, I am going to put it out there on this channel. I don't filter myself because I work for this company. I'm always going to keep it real with you guys and tell you what the real is. So, let me tell y'all about before I get into that. My role as an ambassador, right? My role as a driver ambassador is not I take it a little bit further than what they intended it to be. They intended it a driver ambassador to be, basically a driver recruiter. You tell other drivers about the company and your experience and stuff like that. And the hope is because you had a good experience at Variant that other drivers will see that and want to come over to Variant as well because they want to get a good experience as well. They want to be treated better than they've been treated at other companies. So, but I take it a step further. I actually advocate for those drivers. When I talk to a driver about coming over here, they pretty much tell me why they left their other company. And I try to advocate for them to make sure that they don't go through the same thing that they went through with any other company. Because I always tell the drivers, if you start feeling like this company is like all the other trucking companies, that's when you're supposed to call me. Because that's not we're not in business of being like all the other companies. We are in business of being different from all the other companies. So if you start feeling like this company is like all the rest of them, there's a problem and it needs to be dealt with. So I advocate for these drivers and I want to hear from them. I want to know what's going on. The first 90 days is critical for me. I want to know how are the runs, how are the loads, how are the miles, how's the money. I want to know what problems are you experiencing? Are you having any breakdowns? Whatever the case may be, because I want to help remedy that problem. And a lot of drivers that I bring over here, they don't want me to call them. I don't know why, but if you're getting shitty miles, right? I'll chop that up to you got to learn how to run your clock because you can get more miles getting 200 and 300 mile loads than you could with 2 or 3, 4 or 500-mile loads. I mean, you could probably run about 600 miles in a day, 700 maybe. So that's a whole nother story. But if you're constantly getting broke down, like what usually happens with drivers, they'll break down and correct me if I'm wrong, but you break down, you put your truck in the shop, you sit and wait for the truck to get fixed, you're missing out on money, you get your breakdown pay, and then you're complaining, and then you get it gets fixed and you go back to work. However, at Variant, if your truck breaks down and it's gonna be a multitude of days, there's a problem. We know you need to make money, right? We don't want you sitting. So they have systems in place that will actually help you. That will actually go above and beyond and take it a step further than you just waiting for your truck to get fixed. But if we don't know that, how can we fix it? If your truck breaks down at a different company that has dispatchers and planners, right? You got to call the dispatcher and planner and be like, hey, my truck broke down. This load is going to be late, right? It's about to be in the shop for 4 or 5 days. That's at other companies. But at Variant, we have an optimizer. We don't have planners and dispatchers. When I say that because that's the truth. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. We literally don't have planners and dispatchers. So if your truck breaks down, nobody fucking knows about your truck being broke down but the shop. It's not like the shop is calling OPS saying, "Hey, this driver's truck is broke down. They're not going to be on this. They're not going to be able to make this load on time." It's not like the shop is calling OPS saying, "Hey, this driver is going to be." The shop could put the driver in a hotel room. It'll be a shitty one, but the shop, because it's U.S. Express, but the shop can do that. But it's not like they're calling OPS saying, "Hey, this driver needs to be compensated for his time because he's going through hell right now." Don't nobody know you're going through it if you don't call and tell nobody. So I always tell my drivers, call me. When a problem happens, call me first because I can put you in contact with the right people to get shit done for you. But they don't do that. Their truck breaks down. They go into a hotel room. They get into a nice hotel room. They get this little rinky dink ass $100 a night for breakdown pay. And then they complain about the company because they're broke down and they're not running. I ain't never heard shit about it. Some of them quit. If you don't open your fucking mouth, you're not going to get fed. What could have happened was you called me, right? You called me and I told you to call such and such and such and such. So instead of getting $100 a day for breakdown pay, you're gonna get compensated for your time. You might get a little bit of bonus here. They'll probably give you some money to eat. You just send the receipts in so you don't have to pay for it. You'll get put in a very nice hotel. Chances are you'll probably just get put in a whole brand new different truck. No, no, it's not like U.S. Express because U.S. Express will make you sit in the fucking hotel room and pay you $100 a day. Variant will actually reseat you in a whole different truck. They'll tell you, keep that truck in a thing. We're going to send you a lift to the rental car place. You're going to take the rental car or plane, whichever is quicker, to this terminal to pick up another fucking truck. And because you have all these problems and because of your troubles, we're going to compensate you for your time, not just the $100 breakdown pay. And are you hungry? Whatever you spend during this trip, if you need food, gas, whatever, just send us receipts and we'll reimburse you. US Express don't do that shit. But see, you wouldn't get none of that if you don't fucking call. If you don't fucking call, you won't believe shit, right? And I always tell my drivers that. So go ahead and be like a normal ass fucking driver. Be like a normal fucking driver and complain about your woes and shit like that and don't let nobody know, then you won't get treated with how you're supposed to be treated, the variant way. I've had drivers who had the most problems that I have that I hear with drivers are, damn, I only been on my break. Shit. The most problems I hear with drivers are if their truck breaks down, miles, One driver was talking about like having to switch trailers because they ended up going to a shipper and receiver that you got to take the trailer, empty trailer out the door and put the trailer in the door and blah blah blah. And sometimes you'll get loads where the optimizer will plan you on a load picking up like on a Saturday night, but the shipper is closed, so now your time is wasted. Again, that has nothing to do with variant, and variant recognizes that. So if they knew that you were having this problem, they would reimburse you for your time and your inconvenience. Because see, this is how truck drivers realize. This is how truck drivers, how you like, you know how people have love languages. Like the way I receive love is through words of affirmation and quality time, right? So truckers have a love language. Their love language is money. How we know that you respect us is you pay us our worth, right? So variant realizes that, and they will always compensate you for your inconvenience because they believe that drivers are the number one customer. Drivers are the asset. So if you're the type of person that just likes to run your miles and just drive, and you don't want to be spoken to, and you don't want to be included in the community, the variant community, this ain't the company for you. If you're going to complain at every single turn for something instead of letting somebody know what's going on, this ain't the fucking company for you. Please do not come over here. Because then you come over here, shit ain't gonna go your way. You never talk to anybody about it, and then you leave and complain about the company. No, because guess what? If you did it the right way, you came over here, you had something go wrong, you called me, your ambassador, aka your advocate, aka your mentor. I told you, hey, I want you to call OPS and ask to speak to this person. Tell them that you want this. Send that in an email too, so they have a record of it. And if shit don't get worked out, I want you to call back after 15 minutes. Only wait 15 minutes. You're not waiting 2 hours a day. None of that shit. 15 minutes. Ask to get a ticket number. If that don't work, call back another 15 minutes and ask to speak to a fucking manager. And if that don't work, guess who else you're gonna talk to? You're gonna talk to the fucking vice president. And if he can't do it, the president will do it. What's never variant's fault? Yeah, they hire out of Cali. But the point I'm trying to make is whatever problem that you have, variant is very well equipped to fix that problem for you. They are very well equipped to do it. They want to. Unlike other trucking companies, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about you. Variant does though. But they won't know unless you open your mouth. So don't come over here to variant if you are not wanting to be inclusive and included in this community. If you have an anti-variant mindset, don't come over here because we are different than all the other companies. And I take it personally because I am I believe in this company. Um and I'm about to speak on something. It's probably going to piss somebody off. They're probably watching this, but this is the reason why I made this video. You got a problem with something. You go on home time, you clean your truck out. Don't nobody know what's going on. By the time we know something is going on, you had already left and went to a whole nother company. Then you contact me after the fact, and I tell you who to speak to, the person who can fix it for you, the person who probably could have gave you extra money on your paycheck, put you in a new truck, whatever the fuck, they would have kissed your ass to make sure that you were taken care of because we care, and you cuss them out and call them a fucking bitch? How dare you? That shit pissed me off when I heard that. Because the person who that person spoke to will fucking do anything under the goddamn sun to make it right with you and all the drivers at this company. You know, I was in Tunnel Hill getting my passport. And after I got my passport, they had to do a campaign on my truck. And then after the campaign, they're talking about doing a PM on my truck. No. They wanted to do a campaign on my truck, so I had to put it in the shop. I put it in the shop. I waited a day and a half. They're like, "Oh, there's no campaigns due on this truck." I waited. Y'all wasting my motherfucking time. I could have been running after I've been off for a week because I just came off a home time. Now I'm here in Tunnel Hill. I got my passport. Now you're telling me to put my truck in the shop. I waited with my truck in the shop. Now you're telling me that there's nothing wrong. There's no campaign. I left. I stayed in Tunnel Hill for 4 days, almost 5 days, right? I drive. I get a load going to Pennsylvania. When I get to Pennsylvania, the shop calls me. They say, after you deliver this load, come to the shop, put your truck in the shop. We got to do a PM on your truck. I get there was like, your appointment is already set. Just come up to the shop and you'll get in and out today. Okay, cool. I'll take my 10-hour break and it'll be done in the morning. I can finish my trip or whatever. I get to Pennsylvania and they're talking about, oh, we don't have no record of it. This is US Express. We don't have no record of it. Uh, but the next available appointment for a PM is on Wednesday or something like that. That means I gotta wait 5 days for y'all to do a PM. Fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm out. So I left, and then I was supposed to be meeting up with Cameron, the president, in Tunnel Hill. So I had to go back to Tunnel Hill. I was like, I'll just do it in Tunnel Hill and have them and have them do the PM in Tunnel Hill. But Cameron came down with COVID that weekend, unfortunately. So but he was texting me and telling me I have the president's fucking personal phone number. That's why I tell y'all, call me first before you have a problem, because Cameron is going to say yes, he's going to fix it. They don't like that he do that. They don't like it. That's why he has the vice president and people under him that advise him, because they don't want him just, like the president got all the power, like the president of the United States. You got to have advisors to advise you on what's good and what's bad and what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do. Anyway, I'm texting Cameron, the president of the company. He's texting me, letting me know he got sick and we're going to have to reschedule the thing. By the way, what are you doing? I'm like, I've been sitting here waiting for them to do this PM on my truck. How long you been sitting? Oh, almost 2 weeks. Basically off and on. Probably got one load in 2 weeks. He was like, what? Oh, we got to fix that. I was like, okay. I didn't hear shit else from Cameron that night. He said, we have to fix that. That's all I heard from him. He did not respond to any of my text messages. I woke up the next morning. I got a message from Miranda Morrison. She's the one who works directly under Donald and Cameron. $300 in my added to my check, a $300. A $300 bonus on my check, lunch on Variant, and they put me on a brand new truck because he didn't want his driver waiting all this time to make money. He wanted me to make money. He didn't feel like it was right to have me sitting waiting for a PM. My truck only needed a PM. It only needed a PM. And he was like, fuck it, we got the truck, put her in another truck. Now I'm still in this. This is a story I was telling. I'm making an example of how Variant handles problems. So, yeah, if you got a problem, call me. I know the people to call to get the problem situated. But don't fucking sit and deal with that shit and then decide, this company ain't shit, and then leave and then go and complain about the company. What sounds unrealistic? The fact that my company put me in another truck because I had to wait for a PM is not unrealistic. It sounds that way because that's the anti-variant mindset, right? This company is actually different than all the other companies. See, since we don't have dispatchers or planners, it's not like how when you're at a regular company, your dispatcher probably is gonna check its fleet every morning when he comes in in the morning to start his shift, right? He'll probably check his driver. I don't know what they do, I'm just assuming, but he'll probably check all of his drivers and where they're at.
what kind of loads they're on, where they're at on that load. They coordinate with the planner to make sure after they deliver this load that they'll pick up the next load, if they have enough hours and how far they are, whatever the fuck the shit that they do. I don't know what they do, but I'm sure. I hope, I would think that I'm sure on this, that the dispatchers knows everything that their drivers are doing. Like, they check on their drivers. They type their name in and they get a report on what's going on with their drivers every morning. I would think that, right? Okay, well, guess what? Variant don't have that. We don't have dispatchers and planners. So if when you start your shift, when OPS starts their shift in the morning, they're just ready to answer phone calls. If a driver calls in needing help or something, they let us just run our own shift. The computer dispatches us on our loads. We have everything we need in this computer. That frees up OPS to help us with whatever else we need. But it's not like OPS is sitting up there checking on us. So if you have a problem with something, they don't know that. They don't know that you're at the shipper and it's closed. They don't know that. They can't see it unless you call in and your name pops up and your screen pops up. They don't know that you're on home time and you need an extra day. They don't know that. You have to open your mouth. So this is my warning. If you come over here to Variant, you need to be prepared for somebody to actually care about you. You need to be prepared for a company to actually give a fuck. Don't come over here if you're a pessimist. Don't come over here if you like to argue and complain and talk shit and cuss people out. Don't come over here with that shit. We don't want none of that bad energy. I don't want it. You're definitely not coming to the money squad, because that's not how I roll. When you come over here to the money squad, I send you a text message with all of the information that you're going to need to start out. It includes a Google Drive file. The Google Drive file shows you how to work the driver tech. It shows you different information on tandems that I've collected along the way driving. It gives you a list, because you don't know this, because we don't have planners and dispatchers. You wouldn't fucking know this unless you called somebody. Of all of the drop yards and terminals that we use throughout all three of the trucking companies put together, it's like 4 or 5 pages. I send you and I show you how to fill out the trip sheet and how I write my trips down on a piece of paper, because all that shit can be confusing. I give you the email. When so you can email somebody. Email OPS. So if you have to send in a receipt or something like that, you can email OPS. And I let you know that you can call me 24/7, 7 days a week. I'm in Olive Branch. I just picked up this load. I'm about to head out. So, and I say that because I want to help you. I know it's going to be confusing. Your first 3 days, the first 3 days at Variant is going to be orientation. So your first week at Variant is probably going to be hectic. Probably going to be frustrating. All kinds of shit. That's why I'm here. But you're going to be paid very nicely after that. Okay, I said it sounded bad, but okay. Be prepared for me to call you and check up on you. And if I don't call, it's probably because I'm just getting a lot of phone calls with drivers calling me. But be prepared to be thought about, and be prepared for somebody to want to help. Be prepared to be mentored, because that's my job. My job is to make sure you're successful. My job is to make sure you're happy. My job is to make sure you get all the information and to make sure you're making money. I'm not here I didn't sign up for this because I just want drivers to make money off of them. I did not sign up for that. Thank you for reminding me, F7, I gotta get some chains. to the Dallas terminal. I'll get it at the Dallas terminal. But I didn't become a mentor and an ambassador just because I wanted the money. I became a mentor and ambassador because I actually care about the company. I care about the drivers. I care about people actually being happy. Like, you're at a company that really gives a fuck, and I want people to really understand that and know that. So if you had a problem with something and you don't tell somebody about it, you're gonna be suffering with that problem by yourself. And then you're gonna quit and then complain about the company. But if you were to call me and I tell you who you can speak to, depending on what your problem is, I've had drivers email the fucking vice president. I have at least 6 to 7 people in my phone right now, their phone numbers, personal phone numbers. I don't give you their number, but after I get off the phone with you, I'm calling them or emailing them or texting them saying, hey, can you help this driver? You don't know how many times I'm sending messages. I don't even send messages about me. I need help. I don't do that shit though. I send messages about the drivers. Hey, can you help this driver? They're going through something. This is the situation. I send them a screenshot of the conversation we had. I'm sure they don't like it. I'm sure that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to be texting the vice president of the company about a driver when he got people management under him that can handle it. But that's how much I give a fuck about my drivers. So I take it personally when you go through some shit and then you quit. Then you tell me that you had the problem that I didn't even know existed. And when I tell you who to talk to, you call them or they call you and you cuss them out. You cussed out the motherfucker that was really about to feed you. Because she could have probably gave you $1,000 bonus in your fucking check. You complained about getting home late. Not like you didn't get home late, you got home on time, but at the very last minute you got a rental car to go home. If you would have let somebody know that you were having a problem, you probably would have had that rental car a couple of days before the day you needed to be at home. Or you could have got flown at home. And then keep in mind, this company is growing. We're getting more drivers. We got to hire more OPS staff. The new OPS staff don't understand or even comprehend right off bat what they have the power to do. So they may have given you a rental car not knowing that they can give you a plane ticket. You could have flown home. That you wouldn't have had to drive. But they don't know that yet. You have to give them a chance. But see, if you don't fucking communicate, you wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have known that. Nobody knows shit. I'm so frustrated. It pisses me off when that shit happens. I had another driver. He didn't quit. I only think like 2 drivers quit that I've referred so far. But I had another driver. He told me all the shit that he was going through. And by the time I heard about it, I got on the bullhorn and I started making phone calls, going to bat for him. They situated him and got him situated. He's happy now. Ultimately, he got a new truck. Then, I had another driver. This driver is kind of iffy because this driver has a mouth like me, but their mouth is worse. And they was going through some stuff. And they were trying to tell me that this driver was not running. They were only averaging a certain amount of miles per week, which basically equates to about $200 a week. And it was a money situation that they were going through. But Variant was thinking that it was a miles situation, like they just were not getting the miles and not running the miles, and they wanted to call that person in to the office and talk to them. And I said, before you do that, first of all, don't do it. Let me talk to that person. Then I got the information, and then I called and I was like, before you do that, before you pull them into the office, this is what situation is going on. This is what's going on with this person. And then I went to bat for them. I put my name on the line twice for this person. But both times, see, these drivers, they're not truthful with me. I will put my name on the fucking line for you, and I will go to bats for you, and I will argue with OPS and management up and down for you, and you lie to me and don't tell me the truth. So when I'm going to bats for you, I'm looking stupid as shit because you didn't tell me the whole fucking truth. How you cut somebody out, or how you spoke to somebody fucked uply, or how you don't really run. You didn't run. You wasn't running. You was in the sleeper berth for fucking 15, 20 hours. If I'm gonna go to bat for you, tell me the fucking truth. Like, don't have me going out on a limb for you and you not being 100% completely honest with me. I don't work in management. I don't have the authority to hire and fire you. So why would you lie to me? I don't work for OPS either. I'm for the drivers. I'm not for OPS. You know how you think about when you're buying a house, they say it's a seller's the realtor is for the seller or for the buyer. You'll get some realtors that are for the seller. So they're going to tell you everything you want to get the seller the most money. And you have some realtors that are for the buyer. They're going to do everything in their power to look out for the buyer's best interest. Fuck the seller. Well, I'm for the driver. I'm not for the management. I'm looking out for the best interest of the driver. So don't lie to me. Because I take it personally. When I go on the limb and help you, Codename is part of the money squad. He's a part of my team. When I go out on a limb to help you, and I come back with, they wasn't telling the whole truth. They didn't tell you that they cussed me out, and I had to, and that's why I couldn't help them, because once you badmouth management, you ain't gonna get shit from them. So my warning to y'all is, if you come over here, you might want to get your shit in check. Get your biases in check before you come to this door. Don't come over here with a malice heart. Don't come over here with pessimism. Don't come over here with negativity. Don't come over here if you just want to drive and just be like, ugh, I don't care about nothing. Come over here if you really want to be a part of a family that actually gives a fuck. We're trying to create a solution to the problem. We're not trying to create more problems. And if you're going to be a problem, I don't want you. You might want to go to another squad, but not this one. That shit pisses me off. My name is on the line too. Come to Tyson Trucking. Woo! Y'all, you want some pessimists? You want people who are complaining all the fucking time? Ugh. I don't want that shit. Come over here. Yeah, I had to make this video because of that one driver. I couldn't even hold it in. I was contemplating with myself, do I make this video or not? The driver's gone already. He already quit. But it's fucked up because that driver did not even tell me nothing. I heard nothing. The last I heard from this driver was a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm gonna run. I got 6 hours 25 minutes on my clock and 7:33 until I gotta be there. But I just say all that to say, like, if you would have just said something, you probably wouldn't even have the situation that you had. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all this, but when I first started here at Variant, they gave me a solution to a problem before I even knew it was a problem. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know. They fixed the problem before I even realized there was going to be a problem. And I know there's drivers that are not used to it. Like, if some shit go down, you're used to just dealing with it and moving on or whatever. We don't deal with night dispatch over here. We don't have dispatchers. But I know that most drivers are used to the old way of trucking. Like you roll with the problems, and only time you're talking to dispatch or whoever at the office is if it's a problem. But over here, we want to know all of the problems. And just problems at the customer, problems with pickup numbers, problems with your truck, problems with miles, problems with money, whatever the case may be. Tell me, so I can help you. Because the worst case scenario is what? They don't help you, but let Donald or Cameron find out about they didn't help you. Then you're gonna get helped big time. Codename, I think codename, I only go to, I don't do Markham. I only go to shit, Dallas and Tom Hill. Was that you who you started during the weekend, holiday weekend? I'm not sure. Kingsley, I'm not sure. That wasn't you, codename? I don't remember who it was, but one of my drivers got hired on a holiday weekend. The optimizer planned them on a load to pick up over that weekend, but the shipper was closed because it was a holiday. They didn't even get their first, so like they had their transition bonus, and you'll get your transition bonus if you deliver your first load by Tuesday. But they didn't pick their first load up until Monday, when it should have been picked up on that Friday or Saturday. Tuesday is the end of the pay period, so they didn't get the transition bonus. They didn't have no money. They needed to pay their phone bill. They didn't have no money to eat. So Variant, I told him to call me if he had any problems, if he called me. And then I told him who to talk to. I told him what to do and what to say. They gave him $1,000 bonus plus his transition bonus eventually. They gave him money to buy food. He didn't have to pay that out of his pocket. Closed mouth don't get fed. They compensated him for his inconvenience because the optimizer made a mistake. It planned him on a load to pick up somewhere, saying the pickup appointment was on a Saturday, and it was closed on that Saturday. He missed his whole transition bonus and couldn't really pay his bills. But he didn't miss it though, because the person who I told him to speak to handled it. And he got compensated very well for his time. He's like, my first check, he called me the next day, my first check was over $3,000. Thank you, DollFace. I said, I got you. That's what I'm here for. So, a closed mouth don't get fed. When I tell you to call me, I say it for a reason. I can't just name drop on what I know and who I know and shit like that, but I'm telling you for a reason. You want to call me if you go up to something. So, I'm about to go. Sorry that I had to come on here irritated. I took it very personal because from my understanding, she lit a fire now. I'm leaving in the morning. She lit a fire. Damn, what's on my teeth? What happened? I don't like to come on here bitching and complaining, but I had to say something because Lord forbid this driver goes out and starts complaining. You can try Kingsley at Variant. I don't know the particulars on what they can and can't do. I don't work in recruiting. I'm not a recruiter. I don't know what all like I don't know. I'm not privy to that information. So all I can do is tell you is, as long as it's not drug and alcohol related, apply, and then you'll know what's gonna happen after that. Now, if it's drug and alcohol related, don't apply, because if you fuck up something, you gotta go on a SAP program, which is gonna make it harder for you to get another job anywhere else. But what's the worst that can happen if you apply? If it's not drug and alcohol related, they just tell you no, but they'll tell you when you can apply again. You know what I'm saying? My AP was not blowing hot. They ordered the part. It was the wrong part. I've been here since Friday. I was irritated. And you just now telling me you didn't. Why you didn't call me? You've been there since Friday. The fuck. See, if you would have called, you probably would have been. No, yeah, I can see how that could be. As soon as they found out it was the wrong part, that's when I would have. So you need to call OPS. Or you already talked to the terminal manager. Make sure you get more compensation than just that $100 a day. When I think about it like this, if you waited more than 2 days, you need more than $100 a day breakdown pay. After 2 days, that's when you need to get on the phone and start talking about, hey, I need some more money, because now this is cutting in. You know how much money we miss out on per day if we're not driving? It's like $360 a day. $100 a day ain't shit compared to how much we make per day driving. So I always say after 2 days, you need to be on the phone with somebody trying to get some more money, trying to get compensated. Because after 2 days, it's looking like you're gonna be sitting for a minute. But I do know that they'll put you in a bomb ass hotel room. You'll be comfortable. They'll pay for your food and shit. So I just wanted to do this video because if you plan on coming over here, then you need to understand that I'm going to be on your ass. I'm going to be calling you and checking on you and making sure you're okay. And if I'm not calling, you know you can always call me 24/7. I'm going to always answer the phone. If I don't, it's because I was asleep or I was in the shower. See, they was trying to reseat you. Exactly. They're not about to let you sit there and sit. Especially if they know you on my squad. They know you part of the money squad. They're going to pay a little bit of extra attention because they want to make sure you're taken care of, because I do YouTube. And if they're not doing shit right, they're going to hear about it. My viewers are going to hear about it. So, Kingsley, apply for variant. And you never know. If you really want to come over here, I will go out on a limb for you, and I will talk to the person that can override recruiting. But you gotta tell me the whole truth, because this is gonna be the last time I go out on a limb for people, man. Y'all got me over here looking stupid. What up, Pat Daddy? I ain't seen you in a minute. So, I wish y'all the best. I'm about to go. I love my show. No, I'm leaving it. Plus, TV, microwave, everything else to move out. What's up? Right, exactly. But be prepared. If you come over here, be prepared for me to check on you, answer all your questions, lead you in the right direction if you got some problems, and making sure that you have everything you need. Variant is everywhere. No, I wasn't on the radio. I ain't been in the South in a minute. But be prepared to just have somebody actually care. If you feel like you got it, you can handle it by yourself, and you're going through some shit, and you feel like you can handle it by yourself, and you don't say nothing, then I don't know if this is company for you. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to be out here alone dealing with shit. You can literally have somebody there advocating for you and making sure you're getting everything you need. You're at 55 cents per mile. I'm at $1.06 per mile right now. I'm not in Tunnel Hill. I'm in Olive Branch. I'm about to go on home time for me. Pretty good. But I'm about to go get these miles out. I'm trying to transition to night driving. I'm a company driver too. At Variant, I'm a company driver. And I did the ambassador program. I have uncapped pay. I can make as much money as I want to make. I started at 56 cents per mile. I'm at $1.06 per mile right now through the ambassador program. over here. So I'm gonna go though. If you guys want to come over to Variant, you have to click the link below this video, or on my Instagram, or on my Facebook, or on my website. I'm building my website right now, queenjojan.com. Yeah, that is owner operator monies. Variant ambassador program is like being owner operator without all the problems that comes with being, our responsibilities that come with being an owner operator. That's why I keep telling y'all. Y'all think I'm lying. I'm living it. I'm actually physically doing it. And if I'm doing it, y'all can do it too. The company sells itself. It's easy to recruit drivers. Yeah, I am. And I'm about to close on a house. I got qualified for $265,000 to buy a house. So that shows you what kind of money I'm making. That I should be qualified for 300,000, but they can't use the whole entire. I love it over here because you get treated differently. They actually care about you here. You get treated differently. We're not like all the other trucking companies. And I tell all my drivers, codename can vouch. If you feel like this company is like all the other ones, then that's when you need to make a phone call, because we're not like all the other companies. Do y'all remember when I first started driving? I couldn't even afford fucking shit. And I'm about to buy a house. I'm about to fucking buy a house. Like, it's not hitting me until I get home and I'm physically looking at the houses. Maybe one day I'll go live and go house hunting with you guys. But I was going through some shit. I'm going to law school still. Yes, definitely going to law school. Yeah, I could not work for $25 an hour. I know, right? I gotta go for real, for real. I love talking to y'all though. That's why I'm always on here. But thank you, boom boom. Boom boom. I like that name. But I mean, I've already hit $80,000 working year to date, working for Variant. I'm already at $80,000. My check stub should have been came in right now. I can't stay on. I gotta go. I still got 6 hours left of drive time, and I'm gonna have to park somewhere else other than 5, 10, 15. Let's see where I can park at 250 miles. That'll let me know how long I can stay on this video with y'all. Somebody told me I do too long. I'm gonna be in Oklahoma. Somebody said I do my videos too long. I might find parking at a truck stop at Oklahoma. Cherokee Nation Travel Plaza. Arena Plaza. Well, Variant pays for parking, so my average paycheck a week, $2,000. I could say probably. I ain't really did the math on it recently, but probably $2,000. Yo, wait, this house I'm looking at that I saw, we do run off 48. This house, right? It's a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath. One of the bedrooms, I think, it's like it has a kitchen in it, and then I have a studio apartment in my house. It's in Houston. I'm gonna go look at that house tomorrow. I saw another house that looked like a fucking compound, like the cartel lived there. I know it's gonna be a fixer-upper, but I'm more interested in like long term. That house has a fireplace in the bedroom, in the master bedroom, and it has a bar. You can go home every 12 days. I mean, no, you gotta stay out for at least 12 days, and you can go home every 6 days after that. So every 6 days you get a day off. And then if you're already on home time, like for example, I'm about to go on home time, I'm supposed to come off of home time on the 1st. If I need more time, all I gotta do is set my PTA out for like the 2nd or the 3rd, and then they'll be like, cool. As long as I set my PTA before they plan me on the load. If they plan me on the low, the chances of me getting extended home time are not going to be good. So I go home every month, but you can go home every other weekend if you want. But yeah, that house, like when I go look at that house, I'll probably go live or probably record a video or something. Because when I'm looking at the house, I really be trying to enjoy the whole looking at the house thing and not having to worry about recording. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have somebody record while I do it. Bears at home. But then I saw another, man, the houses that I see. Can you imagine I get a house that has like a kitchenette and a studio apartment in it? Like, what the fuck? Or that house that has, looks like a compound, like it has like this brick walls in the front, like the driveway. It has like two lions that's like on each side of the driveway. You walk in, you drive in, it has like this arch, and it looked like a whole fucking cartel was staying there, and like it's brick everywhere, but it looks badass though, like bad motherfucking ass. And then the inside is all updated. That's the only reason why I was even thinking about it, because you would think the inside would probably be old and outdated, but it's not. So I can't wait to go home. I don't know how much all that is. I was paying attention to that. I know I'm have to though, but I'm still not gonna get excited until I actually am at signing and I'm literally sitting in front of the paperwork and the keys. That's when I'm gonna get excited. And that's when I'm like, oh my god, this is really happening. And I got some more stuff up my sleeve I can't tell y'all about. Way behind the wheel, my eyes get heavy, I fall asleep. Shit. That's incorrect, Your Honor. Hey, I like that name. I listen to videos, watch, well, I don't watch, but I listen to shows and TV. I listen to TV, listen to music. Sometimes I don't even listen to anything. Waiting on my cooking. Oh man, when I'm gonna have a housewarming party, cook up some big old stuff. I know, I'm considering all of that. But this house is cheap. It's only like $250,000. So my rent would be like $1,900. I mean, my mortgage. Congrats. But I'm gonna go, y'all. I really gotta go. So I'll go live again when I get home. I'm gonna see how far this is gonna be. 6 hours and 25 minutes on my clock.
Way station ahead.
Oh shit, that's 5 hours. I could probably go farther than that.
Way station ahead.
Where do I want to stop at? I want to get a Garmin, because at least the Garmin will tell me how many parking spots.
Way station ahead.
5 hours, 13 minutes? Yeah, we can do that. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good night. And remember, if you come over here to Variant, you're going to get somebody who actually cares about you. They're not about to just let you be out here doing stuff. So if you have any problems, you can always call somebody and they can always help you. Don't do it by yourself. Okay. And I hope you have a good night. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.